Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. And I know it's been very long since I've posted because apparently I stopped reading for a month. I was sort of in my reader block, what do you call that, I forgot. So whatever. So as you all know, a month ago Colleen Hoover published her latest book, It Starts With Us, which was a sequel to It Ends With Us. And obviously I'm not gonna make a review about it because it's already been a month and all the people who are curious about reading it have already read it because it was a much awaited book. So instead of making a review about it, I just finished it so I thought, why not make a different video? So I decided that in this video I'm gonna tell you about the It Starts With Us characters, but as MBTI personality types, because lately I've really been into those. So let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. I have them noted down in my diary because why not? I don't want to miss anything out, right? So yeah, let's get started. So first, obviously, we have Lily Bloom, the main protagonist, and I have rechecked my answers with the internet, whereas I felt that I should rectify things. I did to some level, but otherwise it's mostly my opinion. Okay, so Lily Bloom, according to me and the internet, is an ISFJ, and it's pretty much visible in both the books, because she is an introverted person who doesn't like going out or being around a lot of people. She finds comfort in the few people that she feels close with, and she is a very logical thinker, and she usually believes all her five senses. Like, she doesn't go about thinking about the sixth sense as much. She believes what she can feasibly see, feel, touch, or whatever. And she is obviously a heart operated person, and that is pretty much visible to even her and the people around her as well. So yeah, and moreover, she is a J personality, like a judgmental personality, because she likes to pre-plan things and she does not like unexpected changes. Like, she likes to pre-plan things out and like see ahead of the time, and that is pretty much visible in both the books, as she is the main protagonist and most of the chapters are in her point of view. So it wasn't much trouble figuring out her MBTI type. Now next we have is Atlas Corrigan, and this is a little bit contradictory because according to the internet, like, I searched a lot of places and everywhere it said that Atlas was an INFJ personality type, but as an INFP myself, I pretty much think that Atlas is an INFP. Okay, so the part where he's pretty much an P or a J, that is pretty imbalanced. Like, he shows characteristics of both P's and J's in the book, because he likes working on schedules, he likes routines, and he likes being aware of all the changes and everything. At the same time, he's not exactly very rigid about them. He likes stuff planned out, but he's also not very rigid about it, and he's very practical as well. So although people usually consider him a J, but according to me, I would consider him a P, because I don't know why. And overall, that whole personality type of a mediator has pretty much all the qualities that Atlas has. And if you see the qualities of INFJ, they are pretty different from Atlas. Like, Atlas shows 90% of all the qualities in an INFP. So I think he's an INFP. Otherwise, you let me know. Next up we have Ryle, and this was pretty much one of the easiest to figure out because Ryle is an ENTJ, which is also known as the commander personality type, and literally any quality you take in an ENTJ is typical Ryle. Like, Ryle is such a strong ENTJ. Like, he has all those strong strengths and weaknesses of an ENTJ. He is a natural dominant person who is very much passionate and is very much spontaneous and does not know how to handle his emotions and can be a little too extra sometimes, and all the qualities that are shown in an ENTJ are typical Ryle qualities. So anyone can fight me on that. Ryle is a fucking ENTJ, right? So next up we have Alyssa, and Alyssa is that sweet and gorgeous ENFP, and I don't know what, I have this radar for ENFPs. Like, they're the first personality types that I can point out in a crowd like this. For some reason, I feel so connected to ENFPs. I don't know why. Whenever I see an ENFP, like, it just lights up my world or something like that. Like, I have seen that out of all the personality types, ENFP, it has a different spark to it. At least through my perception, ENFPs like just stand out from the crowd, and Alyssa has been my favorite character throughout the book series, and mostly ENFP characters are my comfort characters in all books and everything. So yeah, Alyssa is a typical ENFP, which is also known as a campaigner, and because she is that literal extroverted yet intuitive yet very much lovely and a practical person. So I love her. She's my favorite character. hands down. And next we have is Marshall, and Marshall was typically, you know, that person whom I couldn't figure out his personality type because he hasn't been given much of a spotlight. Like the only individual scene he has is when, you know, he's comforting Lily and stuff like that. So I had to Google this. I had no idea. So according to Google, Marshall is an ENTP, and if I think about it, like however small glimpses that we've been shown of him, like he pretty much looks like an ENTP. Like it makes sense. Like it is typically Bible that he might be an ENTP, because I don't know why, but it's just like that. Now next we have is Lily Bloom's mom. I forgot her name. I don't have a name right now, but she is an ISFP according to me. The internet said ESFP, but I think she's an ISFP, because, you know, Lily has pointed this out herself a lot of times, that her mom is, you know, she keeps things to herself and she usually doesn't like expressing herself. And, you know, whom are we kidding? We've seen it throughout the books. Like she is a very, you know, conserved person, and she's typically an introvert. So ISFP for Lily's mom. So next up we have Josh, you know, Atlas's brother, the new character in this book. And according to me, Josh is an ISTP because, you know, he is very much conserved, he is very logical, and he is not a heart operating person, he's a mind operating person. He's very much brainy, and at the same time he's creative and everything, and he's practical. So an ISTP for sure. And next up we have Theo, and Theo is obviously, you know, Atlas's therapist, and the overall vibe he gives is just an ISFP, like no doubt he's an ISFP. Next up we have Susan, you know, Atlas's mom, and she is an ENTJ, just like Ryle. Not because they are the same character, but I think she is an ENTJ, or she, although I'm not quite sure, she might be an ESTJ as well, or an INTJ. What the, wait a minute. No, I'm pretty sure. Like I actually, you know, researched quite a lot on all these three personalities because it was pretty much contradicting, but in the end I settled on ENTJ because it just made the most sense. I don't know why, it just fit her personality as much as it is shown throughout the book. And, you know, even in the MBTIs, you know, the least emotionally connected person can be one of the most emotionally disconnected people are the ENTJs. It is said, it's a stereotype, but okay, here I need to keep those in mind as well, right? So I guess, yeah, the main characters are all covered up, and yeah, that was it, because, you know, I couldn't scrape out more characters. The ones that I knew of and the ones that were enough, that were given enough screen time, were the only ones which I could consider and actually think about. So MBTI personalities are pretty cool. Let me know what's yours in the comment section below, and how did you like this video? If you want more such videos, just comment the name of the book and tell me, and I'll make one regarding MBTIs or maybe astrological signs or something like that, because I'm all into that shit. And what about it? Because, you know, reviews and everything are fine, but just for a change, if you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, because this is something different. I usually don't post stuff like this, but I thought, why not give it a try? And although I did Google and recheck most of these are still pretty much my own assumptions, so yours might differ as compared to mine. So let me know what you think. So until next time, have a good day you all, and keep loving, keep supporting.